Hey, welcome back. So today I'm gonna change up my direction a bit and go more organic, and I'll talk about the reason why throughout this chapter, and also sprinkle in a bit of my thoughts when it comes to like a design theory and approaches. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna be talking about my techniques and approaches when it comes to tackling something like organic compared to hard surface. And yeah, with that being said, let's begin. Alright, so welcome to the next chapter. So for this chapter, I actually decided to go in a different route. Specifically, I'm talking about with this head design right here. Previously, I still have the original look, but it was kind of like just a sphere with these Voronoi type of shapes, right? But I was kind of messing around with it using, just Dynamesh, and then decided to go mirror it and kind of like playing around, just kind of sculpting it. And again, just nothing too special, right? I'm just using Dynamesh to kind of do my thing, and eventually kind of led to this form, right? And sorry, again, like I didn't record my process because I kind of got carried away with the sculpting. But yeah, again, nothing too special, just purely Dynamesh and clay build-up brush to kind of get to this stage. Alright, so I'm gonna just keep continuing with this and just see where I'm gonna go. Again, like 30 minutes of just kind of like focusing on this kind of shape. Since I have the symmetrical form, I thought that, hey, maybe I might go a little more asymmetry this time by kind of just applying like more of these kind of like Voronoi type of shape that I had before with this subtool right here, because I do still want to go with like the Voronoi direction, but I thought the just simple Voronoi just kind of lacked a little bit of form and structure, kind of lacked how should I say, like clarity, or like direction, I'd say. But with this now I'm kind of starting to see where I want to go with this, and but at the same time keep the Voronoi form, right? So yeah, like just kind of like helping this, or just kind of building this skull made me realize that, okay, like this is the direction that I want to go with, kind of like this biomechanic type of look, right? And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with this, and just kind of keep sculpting at it. Just kind of like maybe like both sides just kind of have like these kind of like holes, right? Because like eventually in Blender or something, I do want to kind of give a kind of treatment to these kind of holes, like maybe like something coming out still, coming out of these things. It'd be cool to kind of animate it, but that's something that I want to do in Blender. So yeah, now that I have this direction, I thought that maybe like this could be something really cool if it kind of carried throughout his whole structure or whole body, because now that I kind of look at it, it's just kind of like weird how the organic shape is just focusing on this head area, but then nothing else. So kind of going back to this, I know we kind of talked about like this being a cloth earlier, but I might change it. So I'm gonna turn off just get rid of the what you call it, noise on the surface, and then yeah, I might do the same thing, just Dynamesh it. I think let's see, do I have subtool on this, or geometry? I mean subdivision. Yeah, I have subdivision, so I might just kind of just do this same kind of treatment. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep going at it. Another main part that I wanted to do was this little pipe right here, right? Again, at first I was thinking, hey, maybe I'm just gonna go Blender and do like a hard surface type of pipe, like a rubber pipe or something. But hey, you know what, this might be a really cool to make like some kind of this like a esophagus type of very fleshy intestine looking type of pipe. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna since this is still it's still Z spheres, I'm just gonna make it into adaptive skin, delete this guy finally, and insert it back in so I could play around with it. And let's see, I am going to dynamic subdivisions maybe. And hold on, let me, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna sculpt over this. So I'm just gonna dynamic subdivision and then Dynamesh over this. Okay. So now I have this pipe type of piece, and I'm gonna turn off the symmetry, and yeah, literally from here I am going to just kind of like sculpt away onto this. Oh, now I don't need this dynamic subdivision. Actually, I'm gonna increase the resolution of Dynamesh. Okay, so just kind of going at it and adding some just interesting weird pieces. I'm not too sure where I want to go with this in the reference. I do kind of have some kind of like a biomechanic type of HR Geiger-ish type of images. So just kind of like basing off that, I'm gonna see where I'm gonna go. But I'm just kind of like laying down some like shapes, right? So this is actually kind of perfect, this piece right here, just because it's very fresh. It's a very simple piece, and then you guys can kind of see where I'm kind of going with this. Let me see, but it's gonna take a bit, so I might just like fast forward it and just kind of talk over what I'm doing. But honestly, again, nothing too special with this. All I'm doing is dynamic subdivision. No, not dynamic, Dynamesh, and just clay buildup, and just kind of like adding in these type of fleshy organic shape, right? And probably I'm gonna make this pipe, this one right here in particular, organic too, this guy, so, and then maybe connect it. So yeah, let me just kind of fast forward this and kind of see where it goes, and we'll go from there. But yeah, you can kind of already tell with this, you see how that because of all these bumpiness, instantly it just feels like kind of gross, right? Like almost feels like just the human body part now. But yeah, this is my first process of just kind of like adding in, just kind of like seeing where it goes, and getting the feel of where I like with this. Okay, maybe these kind of like damp standard brush is kind of giving me a nice shape that I'm not kind of aware of. These little bulges are kind of helping me see, okay, like maybe it's like a little bit of like a growth or something that's like growing on top of this. But yeah, for now it's just kind of like exploring shapes and seeing what I want with this, right? So yeah, again, nothing special. I'm just gonna keep going at it and just keep sculpting away. So why did I decide to go this route, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess first and foremost, like, you know, I'm just kind of going on about, you know, just whatever feels, I just go with it. So I don't really have a set direction. But yeah, I mean, you know, just kind of going back to my reference, I'm always kind of drawn to this kind of bio-organic horror direction. Which is, I don't know, like, you know, it's definitely an inspiration from, you know, old games like Dead Space, Resident Evil, and in terms of like the anime world, Evangelion really had a huge impact in my life. So yeah, like it's interesting because, you know, like I don't really care for like just pure robotic, you know, sci-fi stuff like Gundam. Or like, I don't know, Star Trek or something like that, right? But then like when there's like that little twist of horror or little twist of kind of like this unknown direction mixed with robot, like something about that just kind of clicks with me. Like, you know, yeah, I mean, like everyone has their own jam. I think this is kind of like my own jam, you know, like the one that really kind of inspired me to go with this direction was the game Scorn, where, I mean, I guess with Scorn it's more of like HR Geiger vibe, but yeah, I mean, like that game really visually was striking to me, and I was kind of hoping to achieve that kind of look somehow with this organic direction. And yeah, just kind of looking back at those Scorn arts and references that I've gathered. Yeah, like, you know, like I didn't want to just go like just pure sci-fi route with the hard surface. Like I just wanted to add that little bit of that horror, a little bit of that kind of like mystery with by adding some of these organic parts, right? So yeah, let's keep going, and I have a few more stuff that I want to talk about with this organic sculpt direction. Alright, so one thing I'm going to try while we continue on is with this head right here. Let's say if I want to add like a micro detail. So previous chapter I made this alpha standard brush. So with this, let's kind of add like some alpha, like a, I don't know, I think these are default textures, so I'm going to choose something like that maybe. And let's just kind of drag it into this detail. Yeah, just to kind of give that bit of a texture, right? So it's not that simple brush texture. Maybe not this one. Let's try something else like this one. But yeah, like with these, like there's plenty of them that exist in online too. So you could download the ones that you want. But yeah, just kind of give a bit of a variation other than just, you know, just using the default brushes that I've been using. Okay, so there's that. That's something that I want to try. You know, you can always drop the intensity to make it just a bit subtle. Just kind of ups your preference, right? And with this little gross intestine area, one thing I wanted to try with this part was so subtool. Let's see, this one's duplicated. How should I do it? So one thing I thought that it'd be cool if I would connect these two together. So let's see where this guy is right now. I'll bring this down. I think, okay, so this is this texture, this guy, and that's this. Okay, so what I want to do is, first of all, I'm gonna duplicate this, and I'm just gonna duplicate this just in case, because I'm afraid this might not work as what I imagine it to be. So I'm going to first grab this guy, deformation, and under inflate, I'm just gonna add 1. Boom. Okay, so it kind of inflated just 1, but now on top of that, subtool, I'm going to merge this guy and this guy together. Okay, so merge down. Where's the merge down? Okay, so now these things are one entity, and then Dynamesh control drag it, and now it's completely stuck together, right? And that's the whole point, where I'm gonna fuse these guys, so like it kind of looks like this another layer of membrane that kind of connected together almost. So that's sort of like the intention right here. And then on top of that, I wanted to do kind of cut in as well. So if I turn off the transparency, or turn on the transparency, or off, then I could see the inner side, right? So this could give that another level of detailing that I'm kind of looking for. So just that this would work, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep going at it. See that area? Let me solo this. So make sure it kind of looks nice and smoothly connected. Yeah, it's just all organic, so and then I'm not really, you know, it's kind of very free with the movement, but you know, you could see with these how I'm able to cut through and get this nice interesting detail showing through, which I like a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep going at it. Yeah, that looks cool. It's like another layer of detail, right? And it's all in this area too, so I could just keep going around here as well. So some of the really detailed area, like branchy areas, I might really push. And maybe I might give like a big cuts around here too, right? I need to be careful because I think if I just kind of keep going all over the place like that, then it's just gonna look too polka dotty. You see what I'm talking about? Or maybe it might look cool. I intentionally gave details around here and then less details in the middle part right here, just because I wanted to have this act as like a guideline for me to say, hey, be careful, don't add too much detail around here because I want to add detail around here. So that was sort of like my intention. Hopefully that is something that will work, and I think it's working, honestly, from how I feel. It kind of gives this nice veiny look, right? Cool, yeah, I like it. And then every now and then I could kind of come inside and maybe use stamp standard to get that nice crispy cut. Okay, well, anyways, I'm gonna keep going at it and just detail for another few minutes or so, and yeah, see if there's any other interesting parts that pop up that might be interesting to kind of work on. So let's keep at it. So with these organic sculpts, I don't usually do them. It's not like I don't like doing them, or I hate doing them. I love them. I love doing organic sculpt as equally as hard surface modeling. It's just that I don't do it as much because I feel like in the entertainment world I'm kind of more known to be this sci-fi hard surface guy. So yeah, like usually the job offers are kind of leaning more towards that hard surface, whatever that hard surface look is, right? So yeah, like if there are any opportunities with doing like creatures or alien type of stuff, I would jump into it, right? It's something that I would love to do, like even character stuff too. I would love to do character stuff. I just think the demand for creature designs or alien designs or character designs are just more high in demand compared to hard surface stuff. So that's why I think just more opportunity in the hard surface realm, although like still it's pretty darn competitive. But yeah, that kind of naturally I lean more towards hard surface because of that. But yeah, like I said, like if there are more like creature stuff, I would love to go for it. But in terms of approaching the design of creatures, characters, aliens, or even sci-fi realm hard surface, techniques may be different, but my thought process, my design approach is they're all the same. Like they're just different skins, but the way I approach them is very similar. That's because, again, like kind of going back to that whole 30-70 rule, the whole golden ratio, that's something that translates to pretty much any type of design that I approach. As you can see with this creature stuff, I have all these like little holes, right? I don't just start placing these holes randomly all over the place, because again, if I do so, then it's just going to become a visual noise at that point and not going to be interesting. So as you can see, I have like some big holes, some tiny holes that surrounds it, and then this big open space, right? And yeah, I feel like that kind of gives a little more of that visual interest and a little more of that breathing space for a viewer to just kind of appreciate it. So yeah, like I highly recommend it for those who are kind of new to like this whole design theory. Just don't give detail just all over the place just because you think it's cool. You know, just having equal amount of, not equal, but then having that good balance of 30-70 ratio of breathing space versus the details is what makes that visual interest. So yeah, just something to think about, and the way I approach for, like I said, anything. So just that whole theory just translates with, again, pretty much any type of art you want to go with. Alrighty, so there you have it. I think I'm pretty happy with the organic parts. I added some here, and you know, just kind of worked on the head and this little I guess the jugular part. I also kind of worked a little details on the skin part, just because it just felt a little empty. But you know, just nothing too special, just alphas and dam standard, and some kit bash pieces that I just kind of added, and that you know, the technique wise I mentioned in the previous chapter. So you know, just the same old thing, right? But yeah, I think at this point I'm done with the sculpting, and now I think I'm ready to move on to the next part, which is just kind of prepping this file for texturing, right? So let's go. I'll see you in the next chapter.